Hey, book besties. Welcome to More Than a Book Club podcast. I'm your host, Leyna.
And I'm your other host, LJ.
And today, what do we have going on, LJ?
We have a special guest, Chris Wellert, in the house from Hawaii.
Our wonderful friend, Chris Wellert, is actually here. She's in Hawaii right now, joining us.
Hey. Hey, guys. How's it going?
She's our first repeat guest, author.
I know. That's awesome.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. I love it. I love you guys so much. I love listening. You're my company, so I have such a long drive when I'm on the island and I'm working because it takes an hour and a half to get to work. And listen to your episodes on my way. So we had our trip to Italy a couple weeks ago and I hadn't listened, so now I'm trying to catch up on my drives.
Well, see, Leyna, we always worry that we talk too much, but she has a long commute. So for Chris, we will be continuing. We will be continuing with the longer episodes because we can't stop talking. It's fine.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem.
I love it. I think it's cute, and sometimes it's when you guys go on your tangents, it just cracks me up.
Yeah, we're ramblers.
We're good at that.
We are. It's true. It's a gift.
Chris, you mentioned going to Europe. Tell us about all of your travels.
Yeah.
My oldest daughter lives in Rome. And so each year we try to go visit her. So this year we started out, we flew to Rome, and then we drove down to Naples, took the ferry, and went to this little island called Ischia. And we were there for, I think, 5 days. It's incredible. It's everything that you think, like every picture you have of an Italian island, that's what it is. The life, the food, the vibrancy, like all of it.
Everything.
It's incredible. It's my favorite place. And then we went to this villa, and I cannot remember the name of the little town. It's about an hour outside of Rome. And we stayed in the villa for 2 nights and got to meet some of our daughter's husband's family because she married a Roman. So we did a dinner, and they all came to the villa, and we had dinner and got to meet them. And every single bit of Italian that I ever had memorized, I completely forgot the second they walked in. They were so cute. They had been practicing, and they said, "Good evening. Thank you for having us. It's so nice to meet you," in English. And they had practiced. Actually said that they were practicing for like months ahead of time.
Aww.
That's awesome.
I had also practiced and completely forgot. And I nodded my head and smiled like an idiot. Thank you so much. And I literally ran into the kitchen to I gotta go. And I didn't have anything to do in the kitchen. I was just so embarrassed.
How do I say?
Right? Oh,
exactly.
That's so sweet, though.
Exactly. Yeah. And then we finished it out. We stayed in Rome for another 5 nights and saw, a bunch of cool stuff there. And then flew to Frankfurt and overnighted in Frankfurt. But the airline lost our luggage. So
oh no.
So we did a quick shopping trip in Frankfurt to try to get, toothpaste, deodorant, things like that to get clothes for the airplane the next day.
Yeah.
I know. And European sizes are not friendly to us American girls.
They are not.
They are not. Nope.
No.
I
don't know what size 44 or 46 means, but it didn't seem friendly to me.
We lived in Germany when I was 12 to 16, and I was a larger American teen. And so being a larger American teen and then we called it going on the economy to go shopping was just nightmare for a teenage girl. Because I'm like, they had such cute clothes, but I had some really cool platform boots, though, that I got because that was the style then.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Very cool.
I always think your travels sound so fun.
It has been. The travel is a lot of fun, and we still have a couple more trips this year. We leave for Mexico next week for a week for my husband's work. I've never been to Mexico, and honestly, I'm a little nervous about it.
Where are y'all going in Mexico?
Cabo.
Oh, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
Okay. I mostly worry about the water. I'm worried about drinking the water and getting sick.
Oh, yeah, don't. And make sure, here's something you got to know that people always forget. You have to, any drink that you get, ask for it without ice because the ice is made from the water.
Okay. So
when you brush your teeth,
use a bottled water. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the biggest things because that's what happened to me is I was doing the bottled water. I was doing all that. I did not think in my Diet Coke to ask for no ice.
And
it got me.
Oh
It
boy.
got me.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's okay.
All right. This is this is good advice.
But
I'm glad we
that,
Glad
but
we could do this.
that's otherwise you're
have.
gonna have so much fun. You're gonna love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
That will be
After that,
fun.
then I'm home for a couple weeks, and then I go to a writing conference in Vegas. I've never been to
Ooh,
one, so I'm really excited about that. Yeah, yeah.
That
It's
is
called
really
Author
cool.
Nation. Um, and
where
it's
y'all staying?
I think Paris Hotel or
Okay.
Paris
Okay, cool.
Paris,
That's
something
fun.
like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've only been to Vegas twice, and I don't. I think we stayed at the Flamingo the first time, and I don't remember
Mhm.
where we stayed the second time. So yeah,
I'm not a huge I don't like to gamble, so I feel like
me
a lot
neither.
of Vegas is like
Mm-mm.
lost on me. But
Yeah,
whenever we
same.
went the very first time, my husband and I went to the Paris hotel.
Mm,
We had dinner at like the
Eiffel Tower.
fancy restaurant there.
Oh.
Yeah, at the Eiffel
uh-huh.
Tower kind
Mm-hmm.
of thing. It
Okay,
was
cool.
fun.
See, all I
Yeah.
know, I
Nice.
mean, I've been twice, is that it's across the street from the fountains that I love to watch at the
Oh,
Bellagio, that
oh, nice.
both trips that I went on, I had to be dragged away. I would have stayed there all night watching the different choreographed water
Oh,
things. I was like
colors. Oh,
a little
yeah.
kid, and they're like, "No, we have other things to do." But yeah, I'm with y'all. I don't gamble.
Aw. Yeah, I don't
And
yeah,
Chris,
same.
you have like the coolest life in my opinion because you do get to travel so much, but
Hmm.
then you also go between living in Oregon and then living in
Yes.
Hawaii where you are now.
Yeah.
And I think that is just way cool. And how do you get to do
Oh,
that? Talk to us
did I
about that.
lose
How do
you?
we do that?
Yeah, how do we do that?
Just come move in with me.
Done.
It's perfect. Easy.
Claudia would never let me live it down. Claudia,
Oh,
if
No.
you're
yeah.
listening, which we know you're not, oh, we haven't mentioned
Right,
that in a
'cause she
while.
doesn't listen.
She doesn't listen. I think she listened to
No.
her episode, so that's good. And she then wanted me, she thought she and another friend should come on sometime and had all these ideas. And but oh no, she would never let me leave her, I don't think.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
No. No,
No.
she would murder me first. She'd lock me up in her attic. We don't have basements here, so it'd be in the attic, you
Yeah.
know.
My
I was gonna say
gosh.
it would be like
Oh, that's so
flowers in the attic, but without all the
right.
siblings. Which
Just
that was
me.
kind of that was the mom story, right? The
Yeah.
mom of flowers in the
Oh,
attic.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you've also read inappropriate VC Andrews books whenever you were in
When you
fifth and
were
sixth
way
grade.
too young. Yeah.
I was in my 20s. I picked it up from a Barnes and Noble or Borders book, like bargain, like $5 book, and I'm sitting in bed reading it, and I'm like, "Uh-oh. Wait a minute. What's
Yeah.
happening?"
Oh,
I had
boy.
never heard of this book. I had never read it.
Oh.
I was traumatized in my 20s. It's fine.
Mhm.
We've read
I
my
think I read
sister
that
and
in
I,
middle school.
yeah, we're stepsisters, but we're the same age. And so I think we met when we were in fifth grade and we were reading them then because you could buy them at Walmart. And so we would
Oh
just
my
go
gosh.
buy them at Walmart. They were right next to the Sweet Valley High books, have some VC Andrews and some Francine Pascal.
Oh my gosh.
It all
Very
works out.
Oh
different.
my
Very
gosh.
different.
Yeah. Very
Very
different.
different.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
that's awesome.
And speaking of books and Hawaii, we have to talk about Beach Club Bloodshed.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
The last time you were on here, we had discussed a book that you had written,
Mhm.
um,
Yeah.
the Awakening, right?
Awaken.
Awakened
Awakened
Power.
Power. Yes.
Awakened Power. The Awakening is Kate Chopin, right?
I don't know.
Anyway, but that one had not been published yet.
Correct.
This
Mhm.
one has been published, and Beach Club Bloodshed came out in August. Is that correct?
Yep. August 14th. Yep.
Woohoo.
August 14th. And then the second book in the series is coming out very soon.
Yep. December 1st. I am holding myself very stringently to that. I told my husband today, I was like, okay, here are the things I have to get done today. And he was like, that sounds like too much. And I said, okay, the only thing I have to get done today is I have to edit 10 more chapters.
Only 10. Only
Only
10.
10, yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for the next book. It was so
Aw,
good. Like, so different from your other book, which I
I
need
know.
I need the sequel to Awakened Power still. So don't
I
quit
know. I
on me.
think about you a lot. No, it's funny because I think about you a lot. I was on my walk this morning and I was like, I know LJ is going to ask me about the sequel and I got to come up with an answer for her.
Hey, but I'm excited that at least I have a sequel to Beach Club Wait, yes,
Bloodshed.
Bloodshed. I was trying to think yeah. That I'm so excited for that one because I'm like, yes, I don't have to wait that long. So, and I did.
Yeah.
In case anyone's listening, you haven't done this yet, read it all the way through on Kindle Unlimited, then purchase the ebook. And so she gets paid for both. Oh, I got you. I got you, girl. I sure did.
He's so sweet.
I read it on Kindle Unlimited and then I bought it. So
Aw, that was so
So, yeah.
sweet. Thank you for
Yeah.
doing
And I
that.
hadn't thought of that. I just got it on Kindle Unlimited, and I was like, "Oh no,
Yeah.
I bought it. I bought it." But
You
maybe
just
I can
bought
still
it.
Can I just download it from Kindle Unlimited
No,
still?
if you
Can you
own
have
it.
both?
No, not if you own it
I
on
don't-
Kindle. On Derek.
I don't think you can.
Maybe if you do a different profile and have Derek download it.
Mm.
I don't know. Just thinking out loud here.
We got to think about this because Derek does not have Kindle Unlimited.
But then you have to read it. You would have to
Yes.
read it. You can't just have it there. You got to read it there. Or slowly click on the page.
All right. Do it LJ's way.
Yes. Next time you do it my way.
But I have to say, LJ and I had talked about this, and both of us were like, this is your genre. It was so much fun and so well done. You could see the growth from the first book, from Awakened Power to this.
Yeah.
And I was just like blown away by how much you've grown as a writer and how much fun it was to read. Like it was really awesome.
And it felt like you because it was like funny and cozy, and I loved all of the characters. Like, oh my gosh, the animals.
I know.
Like, that made me so happy. Did you put that cat in there for me? Because I feel like you did.
The pig.
The
I
pig.
was like, yeah.
I love that they were like besties. Like, that was so cute. Like, oh,
I know.
so adorable. Yeah.
Who was your favorite character?
Oh, okay. Either the auntie.
Auntie Miriam.
Loved their relationship. Like, I loved her relationship with everyone. I'm like, do not cross this woman. But I love it because it's a woman who is terrifying and no one wants to mess with her. I love that. I think, I don't know. And then, I loved, what is it? Detective Hottie, Deputy Hottie.
Detective Daddy.
Detective Daddy. All of the above for real. For real.
I messaged Chris after I read that, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, Detective Daddy, I love it."
Oh my gosh, I was dying, and I mean, he's a good love interest.
He is.
Yeah.
He seems like just a good person. I like him. I think my favorite was her roommate.
Oh, Elliot.
I can't remember his name right now. Elliot.
Okay. Elliot's my favorite.
He was a close second.
I see him so clearly. He's like he's snarky and funny and clearly fiercely loyal to Summer, but also like not above giving her crap just to give her crap.
And he cooks.
Yeah,
and he cooks.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, maybe I should make him my favorite. No, I love them together. Like, I think all the side characters were so well done and so fun. And I liked, like, yes, there are bad guys in this, and there's some, like, shades of gray characters. But you love, like, maybe the villains we don't love, but, like, how, like, Auntie Miriam and what the boss guy,
Mr. Sam.
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
The Yakuza boss,
I loved them. Like, and I loved them together.
And their little love story.
And I love that he is clearly a dangerous man, but you still love him. So it's like you've got that, he's like morally gray, but we love him.
We love him.
And we'll let him get away with a few bad things because he's such a good partner and wants to take care of his partner's friends.
Right.
I know.
Or even who he has a crush on, whether they're together or not.
Stay tuned.
So we have hope for Mr. Sam and Auntie Miriam.
Yep, they make an appearance in the second book.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And what's the name of the second book? Because it has a Hawaiian
Are you
name.
telling us yet?
Oh no, I'm telling. It's Waikoloa Warfare.
Ooh.
Waikoloa Warfare. Yeah, I think it's on Goodreads, and it says like coming soon. That's where I first saw it, because I saw it when the first one came out, when Beach Club Bloodshed came out, and I was like, there's already a second one coming out in December. I love it.
Well, I missed that memo.
It's so weird too on Goodreads because I never put it on Goodreads. I don't know if it's because my Amazon.
Oh, I bet it is because
the is connected or something. Yeah,
It
that
must
must be what it
be.
is. Yeah, I never
Because
put it on there.
I know they used to allow user-added books, and they don't anymore. So it has to be either the author, and so it's probably because of that, because there's no way you can't add now.
Mm-mm.
Storygraph people can still add,
Hmm.
but it was there too. So like I didn't have to add it. It was at both places. So
Yeah,
yay.
weird. Yeah.
I can't wait
Yeah,
until it
thank you.
comes out. I know you had said you were looking for ARC readers, and I was like, I want to do it.
I know. I was so glad. I know I've been taking names. I'm very excited. This one, I feel like, the first Beach Club Bloodshed I love, and I think it's a really good book and I absolutely love it. But I feel like White Clover Warfare is even that step a little bit better. Like the writing
Mhm.
has gotten a little bit, better. The editor that I have for this one, she's like she was my dream editor. But every time I tried to work with her, either, she wasn't available or her prices were just too high, and I just couldn't
Yeah.
afford it, and I kinda stalked her on Instagram, commented on stuff, and then followed her website, and then I reached
Mhm.
out to her, and I was like, "Hey, so I have this book, would you?" She, messaged me back and was like, "Sure, absolutely," and her price was completely reasonable, so I have my dream editor with this one.
Yay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, going through, I'm about halfway through with the edits so far, and I was like, every comment she made was like, "Oh my god, that makes it better. Oh my gosh, that makes it more clear to the reader." Oh, like
Mhm.
everything. So I'm really excited to see how people respond to this one.
Oh,
So
we're gonna love
That's
it.
awesome.
I'm just gonna name it and claim
Aw,
it. We're gonna love it.
I love
Putting
it.
it
Just
out
saying.
there.
Just
Yep.
saying. Yep.
It's so
I am
cute.
excited for it. That's
Aw,
do
thank
you
you.
already have plans for a third? Like, have you thought that far ahead?
Yeah, so I've started writing the third one. I'm
Mhm.
I'm only maybe 5 or 6 chapters in, so
Okay.
not super far in yet. Yeah.
That's so
But I
fun.
Exciting.
outlined this one. Lena, you'll be so proud because instead of pantsing this one, I outlined it and writing it has been so much easier.
Really?
Like
Okay.
I know from chapter to chapter where this is going. There's
Hmm.
a clear direction each chapter. And I was like, maybe I should have been doing this before.
So Chris is also one of the brains behind the Ink and Aura. It's for writers. It's like a book club for
Mhm.
writers, basically. And so we talk about books that we've read, indie books specifically, of authors with 5 or less books out, and then we talk about our writing process. It's
Mhm.
been really fun to talk to other writers and hear what's going on with them and the challenges that they face and all of that. I've loved it. I've benefited from it
Oh, good.
because it actually made me want to write, which I hadn't in a while. So that was kind of nice. I enjoyed that.
That
But
is
And we love
nice.
having you. Yeah.
yeah.
We
Yeah, I'm
just
not in
we
this
want
because
LJ to
I'm not a
join.
yeah, LJ isn't writing anything though. It's
I
okay.
still want to do
Maybe
like a group
I
effort
know.
book.
I think that would be funny.
that's what I was just gonna say is like maybe we could do like a group thing. You could be an honorary member until you guys start writing your own book.
Oh my gosh, right? Right?
Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
our book
Yeah.
club has come up with some funny ideas
We
that we have
have
Mhm.
talked about in the past.
over wine.
Yes.
Yes.
Aw,
Everything's easier over wine. And then you're like, I
Everything
can
is.
write a
everything.
book.
I know.
Hey,
It's not hard, right?
we're like, we can
Yeah.
start a podcast over 5 Mambo taxis.
Yes.
So,
I
And
will
and
we'll
say
here
just
we
that that
are.
one
wow.
did happen.
That one did happen.
Mhm.
So, which is
Yep.
crazy. But yeah,
I
That's
love it.
how all of this started.
The Mambo Taxi.
the Mambo
Yep.
taxis. Yeah. When we got cut off.
It's great.
It's
Ugh,
fine. It's
it's
fine.
fine.
We're
Love
totally
it.
fine.
We wanted to talk a little bit about fall and spookiness.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
thought that would be fun. That's kind of
Mm-hmm.
our theme for today. So trying to tie this into Beach Club Bloodshed.
Let's
Like,
see if
how do
she
we
can
do
do it.
this? All right. Beach Club Bloodshed is a mystery. It's a thriller
Mm-hmm.
because there is a murder.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
whenever we're introduced to the main character, she's a lifeguard and she happens upon a body in the ocean. And
Mhm.
that's super scary. I
There you
tied it
go.
together.
She linked it. Okay.
You
It's
did so
spooky.
good.
Yes.
Well,
So
since it's October and since it is spooky month, we did want to talk a little bit about spookiness and supernatural and death and dying, not death and dying, but I'm all over the place here. But thrilling adventures and supernatural things. I don't know where I'm going with this.
I don't know where you are either.
We'll get there. We'll get there eventually.
You almost could, because you're like scary. I'm like, you could be like, what's your favorite scary movie? Like in Scream.
Okay.
And you did
Well,
not
then
go there.
Let's just forget that and then say that I did it.
Okay. And yes, and do not cut that, Leyna, because it was great.
Oh, no.
It was great. Just trying to follow you.
We'll see if our listeners followed along.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
So our last episode, we did talk about scary movies.
We sure did.
I don't know if you've caught up. I don't think you
No,
have
I
to
haven't
that
caught up
one because
yet.
I know you were
No, the last
catching
one I
up after your
listened to.
travels.
Yeah, the last one I listened to was and I had just started it too, was the Texas
the
book
festival.
Readers Festival. Yeah, book
Yes.
festival. Yeah. That I just started it, so I didn't get very far in.
Okay.
We were talking about who was going to be there, and that was as far as I got.
Yeah.
Very exciting. They come up with the actual outline for all the events tomorrow.
Ooh.
So now we can get our highlighters out and highlight.
Like, and be like, where are we
I
now?
love it.
I know.
But yeah, our last week's episode was scary movies, and we talked about the scary movies that we grew up with.
Which, by the way, Poltergeist, the first one, is now on HBO Max.
Of course it is.
It came up as a suggestion last night. I'm like, dude, I watched the second one for Leyna like a week ago. Where were you then?
Well, I watched Scream 3 last night.
Oh my gosh, you did! Did you like it?
I did.
I told you. Oh my gosh, you don't understand, Chris. She's because you've seen the first one. Did you? And you watched other ones with Piper, didn't you? Like you skipped ahead.
I've seen the first one. I saw the second one when it came out. Now I've seen the third. I think I've seen the sixth.
Yeah,
I've seen the one with the newer cast.
Okay, well, because our whole thing was because Patrick Dempsey and Scott Foley are in the third one. We're like, it's just great. Anyway, sorry, I got really excited. So anyway, I did not watch Poltergeist though. I watched Poltergeist 2 for you. I'm not rewatching Poltergeist. I don't need to be traumatized again. But anyway, back to you, Chris. Do you have any favorite scary movies?
No. I hate scary movies. I do not watch scary movies. I can't even watch like thrillers where there's too much suspense.
Okay.
No. I read, I do whatever. But scary movies are a no for me.
They're a no for you. That's okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. I don't watch new ones. I just watch the old ones.
Do you do true crime? Like, are you a fan of true crime, but
No. No, and your podcast episode traumatized me. Oh my gosh.
No, I'm so sorry. But I will tell you on that note, I did start on Hulu a new I think it's 3-part docuseries called The Murder in Apartment 603. And it's about definitely a murder that was ruled a suicide. So just saying.
Oh.
But you wouldn't like it because scary.
It's scary.
I guess.
I don't like real life scary things, and I don't like jump scares. And I don't like gore. So I have a weird fine line of what I allow.
Well, I don't like supernatural.
Yep.
And I don't
like supernatural.
I don't like supernatural. So I watched Poltergeist 2 again. Yeah. Yeah. That made me nervous reading Melissa's books because Melissa Holtz, who is an author that Chris is friends with, right? And then Leyna and I just read, she read 2 of her books. I read one of them. And I was nervous because it's paranormal romance and, there were poltergeist in there. And I'm like, oh God.
Yes.
Poltergeist.
Scary ghosts.
They're scary ghosts.
How'd you do with that? Did you do okay?
I did do okay because there was oh my gosh, I laughed so hard. Like it's definitely like there were scary moments where I'm like, crap, here we go again. But then there was enough like fun. Like I laughed so hard and then I cried too. I'm like just all the emotions, fear. Anyway, So thank you, Chris. Chris, you did not make me afraid in your book.
Oh, good.
And Leyna told me that the animals would be okay.
Yeah. They're always going to be okay. I will never write a book where they're not okay. Ever.
Other authors should follow suit. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I agree.
All right.
I agree.
All right. Do you read, what about scary books? Or maybe not scary is the right word, but do you like paranormal books and stuff?
I do. I like paranormal, like, I guess, I mean, I wrote a paranormal romance,
Oh,
so
I know. But hey, just because you write it doesn't mean you necessarily want to consume it. Like,
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. No, I do read paranormal romance and I do read some paranormal books, but like as far as like scary or super like thrillery,
not your
not
thing.
really. I
Yeah,
just not
that's
my thing.
fair.
In fact, I was talking to a friend and I said, I think the reason I like to read cozy mysteries and like to write them is because they're very soothing to my nervous system. I know
Mhm.
nothing really bad is going to happen to anybody that I care about in them. And with any of the other genres, I don't know that.
Right? No, it's true.
And that's why I loved Beach Club Bloodshed, because I was
Mhm.
like, I know that everybody's going to turn out okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
when LJ was asking me about the animals, I was like, I don't, well, I knew at that point because I had finished it, but I
Yeah.
was like, I don't think anything would happen to an animal because a cozy mystery, you just expect certain things and you don't
Yeah.
Yeah.
expect. But I feel like
Yeah.
we had read the Busybody Book Club,
Mhm.
and that one had something happen to one of the animals.
But she warned me it's gonna be okay. I
But
think
I
it
was
was it
like,
you?
that's a
Yeah.
cozy mystery that I was like, they
They
get us
scared
with those animals. They
Those
scare
animals.
us.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not okay
I
with
just
it.
want to say to the audience out there listening, never will anything bad happen to any animal in my books. Okay? I
Yes.
promise you. I will never do
Yes.
that to you.
Thank you. We much
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yes.
Yes, I do anyway.
Mm.
All right.
I don't even
Well,
know how authors write books that have bad
no,
things happen to the animals. I'm just like, I
no,
I
no.
know.
I
Ugh,
don't know how they
even
write
just
some of this.
writing that.
Like even the stuff that I will read that are thrillers, I'm like, how did you write that? Or like, okay, what I'm specifically thinking of now is Colleen Hoover's Verity. I can't imagine writing that book.
yeah,
Like
that
that
was
there's some disturbing stuff in there, and I'm like, I don't know how you write it. I don't know. But maybe
Yeah.
that's good. I don't know.
one of my favorite authors that I've followed for a few years, Camille Pagan. I think that's pronouncing her name right. But she did Life and Other Near-Death Experiences, and a couple other fun ones. But she has a new book coming out where it's the point of view from the dog. And I'm like,
Oh.
I
Uh,
want to know how it's going to be, that I also don't want the dog to die, because the last
I
book
know.
that I read like that was The Art of Racing in the Rain.
Yes. I knew you were
And
gonna say
I
that, and I'm still
cried.
Oh,
I'm
no.
I
still
cried
mad
so
about that.
hard.
Yeah. I
I
cried so
know.
hard too. No.
Yeah.
And
I
I was
know.
saying to my husband at the time, I'm like, "I hate this book." He's like, "Stop reading." I'm like, "I can't." Like, he's like, "I don't get this. I don't get this." I'm like, "Well, you're not a reader. Like, you can hate, but also need to know and just all the feels and
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
you need to finish it too, right? Because you have to figure out, like, is everybody
Yes.
okay in the end? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And even the
Yeah.
ending made me cry because it was so sweet.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
All the tears.
All the
I had
tears.
forgotten all about that book until you brought it up. I hadn't even remembered that.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
is a
that was a
good
good one.
book.
It is.
Mhm.
And the
I'm
movie
never
has
reading again.
Vincent.
I know. It was good, but I'll never read it again. Exactly.
What is his name?
I have no idea. I didn't watch it. I was like, I suffered through the book.
Mark?
Why would I
It's
watch a movie about it?
Jess from Gilmore Girls.
Oh, Milo
Oh,
Ventimiglia or
Yes,
whatever.
Milo
that's I was
Ventimiglia.
calling him
Yeah.
Vince. Yeah,
Yes.
I was like, what's going on? But yeah, he's in it, and it's actually a really good movie too.
I'm sure. I cannot believe you watched it after
I
reading
went
that.
by myself to the movie theater and watched it and cried like a baby
Oh.
alone in the movie theater.
Oh.
Why? Why? I knew you
Glutton
by
for
then.
punishment.
I knew you by then. Like, why would you do that?
I don't know. I think that was I was having, like, I'm gonna go to a movie and have a date day with
Okay.
myself, and I
Yeah.
chose that movie.
That was a wrong choice.
That was the wrong choice.
I mean, I went to Brokeback Mountain by myself and sobbed in the theater. I was pregnant though, but
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
yeah, I sat there just sobbing about and yeah, I didn't
No.
know it was going to be sad. It's fine.
I saw Life is Beautiful. I think that's the name of it.
I have not seen that still.
I
Had
haven't
Kevin
either.
Spacey.
No, you're thinking of Life is a House.
No.
Life is Beautiful, or not Kevin Spacey. No, I'm thinking Kevin Kline. But Life is Beautiful is a foreign film,
Yes, I okay.
but I haven't seen that.
American Beauty.
Oh, yes. Oh,
That's the one
gosh.
that I saw. I have
Yeah.
seen Life is Beautiful, and that's also a very good
I've heard
movie.
it's really
But
good.
American Beauty, I went and saw in the theater by myself. I was 17 or 18.
Yeah, we
I
were
had just
young.
started driving, and I backed out because I was crying so hard
Oh,
from the
no.
movie. And I backed out of my
No.
car, and I scratched the guy's car next to me. And I just bawled, and I waited for him to come out of the movie because he was also at the movie, or at a movie, and waited for him. And that was my first car
Oh.
accident.
Oh, my God. No.
So there's my trauma with sad movies.
Yeah.
Right.
Have y'all seen Life as a House with Kevin Kline? Not Kevin, whoever you said.
Spacey.
Spacey.
I
It
don't
is.
think I
I
have.
haven't
It's an
seen it.
older movie. It's an older movie. I don't want to tell you anything about it. It is beautiful. It will make you cry, but it's a really good movie, and it has Hayden Christensen before he did Star Wars.
Okay.
And he plays Kevin Kline's son, and Kristen Scott Thomas is in it.
Okay.
Mary Steenburgen, the daughter, she's in Hunger Games. Jenna something, and she's in
Oh, Jenna
Stepmom.
Malone. I may
Yes.
have just pulled up the Wikipedia
Okay,
on
yes.
that.
Yes, she's in it, and Ian Somerhalder is even in it. He is kind of a small role. But and the guy, I feel like I've talked about this because this is how I always describe the guy. The guy who is the bad guy in the Shining miniseries from the 90s, that actor.
I haven't watched the miniseries from the 90s, so
It's so you haven't watched the one with Molly Ringwald?
nope.
You watched I haven't seen the recent one. Anyway, that dude, he's in
The
lots of
only
stuff.
The Shining that I've seen is
Or
the
not
one.
The Shining. I'm The Stand. I'm saying the wrong one. The Stand.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I didn't even know they made a
thing on The Shining. I know. Same
Well,
thing.
I guess they did make a miniseries because when we went to
They did.
Colorado this year, we went to the
Yeah.
what do we call it, hotel that The Shining that
Yeah.
he was staying at whenever he got the idea for it, and they were showing the miniseries.
Yes,
'Cause
I
it
have
had someone
seen that.
famous in it.
Yes, I don't know what his name is. He was on Wings, I think, right? It was one of the brothers on
Yeah.
Wings, and who also I'm watching the show Mom, and he's on that too, like in later seasons. Anyway, I know.
I just went down like a whole Wikipedia rabbit hole on that guy.
That's so funny. And you can't even think of his name.
And he's either married to someone that I was like, oh, I wouldn't have expected that, or something. I can't remember now.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I remember I saw that. But no, I was talking about whoever's the bad guy in The Stand in the 90s miniseries.
Okay.
That actor is also in Life as a House.
As
Just
a
so
bad
you
guy?
know. That's
Is he also the bad guy?
No, he's not a bad guy
Okay.
in this. It's a complex movie because is it Kristen Scott Thomas? She and Kevin Kline were married and are divorced. She's remarried to
Okay.
that guy and has two smaller children. Hayden Christensen is their child from that marriage.
Okay.
So, but it's really good.
I'll have to look
I
it
was
up.
like, of course you had to tie it back to Stephen King.
Always. You know it. I do love him.
Your buddy.
My buddy. I need to read something since it's Halloween month by him. I got to figure out. So,
Yeah.
Did you ever finish the one book we picked up whenever we went to
I
Catherine Center?
read the one that had a bunch of stories. I haven't read the one that has four, the one that has Shawshank Redemption, and I haven't read that one yet. But maybe
She
I'll do
has
that.
not ever seen Shawshank Redemption.
Mm-mm.
Talk about a movie that will make you cry.
I mean, I've heard, but no, I've never seen it. So,
Like that was on, was it
I enjoy-
TBS like all the time, or TNT or whatever?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, every Saturday and Sunday it's on one of those
Yeah.
networks.
but yeah, no, I haven't seen it. So
That's crazy.
I will
If
eventually.
you want a good cry. Yeah, if you want a good
Yeah.
cry.
That's only
It's a
every
good
once
one.
in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I need a good cry, I always go to Still Magnolias.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, going back to fall related things or autumn things. Okay.
We're really working to tie this together.
We're trying. Okay. So, okay, like I don't know what the weather's like where you are. I assume it's beautiful. But do you have any like fall activities that you like to do?
So here in Hawaii, not as much. I mean, October is actually one of the hottest, driest months here. So
Okay.
it doesn't feel very fallish here at all.
I mean, it doesn't here either.
Not even getting any
I
of
guess that's
the
true.
breeze, because I know
So
Hawaii has all the
normally
breezes, but
so normally we would, but today and yesterday, we haven't had much of a breeze, and we had an earthquake this morning.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like, the whole house shook, and I was like, "What was that?" And then Dan goes, "I think it was an earthquake," and it was. It wasn't very big, it was like a 3.4, so it wasn't very big, but it was enough that really caught our attention. That was the
yeah.
first
I'm
one.
like, I've never
Yeah. Yeah.
experienced an earthquake before. I
Mm-mm.
think that would freak me out. Tornado, I feel like, okay, I've got this.
Yeah. I grew up in
I know the
Ohio, let
drill.
me guess.
Even though the reality is our houses are not built to withstand tornadoes, so really
No.
we don't got this, but we feel
No.
like we got this.
We have the drill down. When we hear
Yeah.
the sirens, we know what to do.
Yep.
Go
Right.
I
look out the
still
window to see how big the hail is.
I mean, I have pillows in my closet, right? Just because I leave them in there for if we need to cover our heads or just hang out. And then I used to keep a bag of bottled water and snacks in in the hall closet at my old house, right by the bathroom where we would go like be in there. So I was ready. I was like, we'll just
You're
grab
prepared.
our stuff just in case we're trapped in this tiny bathroom for a long time. Yeah.
That's smart.
But you do
Yeah.
go to Oregon for the other
Yes.
half of
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
living.
Yeah.
So do you do like special fall activities there? Because I know when we lived in the Pacific Northwest, we would go like apple picking, pumpkin
Ugh.
spice donuts.
I know. Oh, all of the things. Okay, so going to the pumpkin patch, picking out pumpkins.
Do
There's a
you actually
place.
have a pumpkin patch where you get to like cut it off the vine, or do you? Okay, because here it's all
Yes.
you just go and you go pick up a pumpkin. It's not
Yeah.
you don't cut it.
Yes. So the place that we go to, there's both. So you can go out into the field and pick your own, and it's still on the vine, or
Mhm.
they have ones that they've
Oh.
pulled up like in a big wagon, and you can pick them out. I love doing that. I love apple cider,
Mhm.
Oh.
fresh apple cider, not like the stuff that's in the store all year round.
Yeah.
That's not really apple cider. Donuts. I loved it. I loved it. I feel like fall time in Oregon is when I start to like really want to start cooking and baking,
Hmm.
Yeah.
you know? Like
Because it gets cold
summer.
there.
Yeah. 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 Casseroles, soups,
Mhm.
breads, all the things. Yeah.
Mhm.
Fall's my favorite.
Me
I
too.
was just looking at
Yeah.
the weather for where we used to live in Spokane. This week here, it's like 90 as the high. And there it was like 67. And then it's going to get down into the 40s. And I'm like, oh my gosh, their high is
Yeah.
our low.
Yeah. I
Yep.
know.
Yep. It's true. But
Yeah.
I could put a sweatshirt on and go outside right now probably. Just because we're used to it.
Because
Like,
it's a cooler
That's true.
90.
yeah. Well, it's not 90 right now. It's probably what is it right now?
Well, we don't
It's
have the humidity right now, too. So that makes a
that's
big
true.
difference. But
It does.
it's getting down into the 60s overnight.
It's 77 right now. I could totally put on a sweatshirt and sit outside right now. Yes. Lena, what about you? Do you have a favorite fall activity?
So I like apple cider. That's one of my
Mhm.
favorites.
Oh.
And then I went to the writing group that I had been a part of since COVID times. We met up 2 years ago, 3 years ago,
Mhm.
and we got a house in Missouri and stayed on the
Oh.
lake. Like it was really nice. But one of the ladies brought her mom's spiked apple cider
Oh.
recipe. And it was so good. And that's one of my favorite things now is in the fall, I'll make some of that.
Is that what you gave us?
Yeah, I gave it
Oh,
to
so
y'all
good.
as
As soon as you
gifts.
started saying, I was like, "Oh my gosh, that was so good."
Because you can
Elena,
do it cold or warm.
yeah,
So it's
are
very
you gonna
good.
Yeah.
make us some again soon?
I'll make some, but it makes so much. Can't like there is no possible way I could drink it on my own.
I
Whenever
mean,
I make it for friends too.
yes. I
Everybody
cannot
gets to
wait.
enjoy
I
it.
cannot wait.
I love it.
So, yeah, so I don't really have a favorite fall activity, I guess. I do like to put pumpkin spice in my chai. Like
Yeah.
I would obsessively talk about pumpkin spice for years. Like years and years and years. And what I discovered is everyone thought I was talking about pumpkin spice lattes, which I actually do not like. At
I
least not the
think they're
Starbucks.
gross.
I think they're
Yeah.
gross too, and I love pumpkin flavor. So what I always do is I just put it in my chai. But it's funny because so many people have brought me like pumpkin spice lattes, and oh god,
Thinking that you
I hope they're not listening. Like, and I would be like, "Thank you so much," and then I would drink it because someone paid money for this drink, and I
Right.
would be like, "Ugh, it's not what I want." But yeah, I love that. I do love apple cider. What else? I love to sit outside on the patio and read. That is something that I
Mm.
started years ago. And that, like, so it's funny. My old house, I did not have a covered patio, but I had a covered porch that was like a small square. So I would put a plastic Adirondack chair out there. And I would sometimes wrap up in a blanket. I would do this in the winter too. Wrap up in a blanket, have my coffee on like one of the armrests, and I'd be reading and sitting on my front porch. And it looks like I'm spying on the neighbors, but there was nothing interesting. But at this house, one of the things, like, there were two things when we got this house. I wanted a fireplace that I could push a light switch button and turn it on.
Mm.
Check, got that. And then such as my I'm like, that's the things that you're like, "Ooh, rich people have this." I'm not rich, but I got it now. And then a covered patio that did not face east or west. And so I'm good. It faces north and it's covered. And so I love to just sit out there and like
Oh.
listen to the nature. I mean, in a suburb, but in a
Yeah.
but and feel the breeze and just read my book, and it just makes me so
Mhm.
happy. So that's my favorite, because fall is my favorite too.
I will
Yeah.
say another thing I do love, speaking of nature, is in Texas, I call it the bird season. I do think it's like dove hunting season right now,
It is.
but
I've
we
heard
just get
gunshots.
a weird amount of birds, like
Really?
grackles, and I don't know what.
And you like these.
I don't like grackles.
Okay. I'm
Nobody
like,
likes grackles.
because I think Chris and I were making faces and wondering where we're going with this bird thing that we're
But there
talking
are
about.
so many birds, and they'll go and sit on the power lines, and as you're driving through, walking through, there's just all these birds, and they'll just get up and leave and fly away like en masse, and it's just so pretty to watch.
Okay, because I
I
think
enjoy that.
I get freaked out. I watched the movie The Birds again this year, and when I'm like, they could all come and descend on the car and peck in and kill me. That's what I think when I see them all, and I
Yeah.
hate if I walk out of a like Walmart and they're all like lined up, and then there's one time I came out and they were all on the cars, and I'm like, oh
So
my God,
the ones
no.
that, for some reason, if y'all don't know what a grackle is, you'll have to go and
Is it a
Google
big
it.
blackbird or?
It's the one that goes.
Oh yeah.
They're all in the Walmart parking lots.
Yes, they're big blackbirds.
Big blackbirds. They're really loud, really annoying, and they poop everywhere. So
Yes.
Oh,
those
no.
ones, those
Yeah,
ones can just go
they're
away.
like they're in between a crow and a raven in size. They're
Mm.
like
Okay.
right? That's the right one, right, Lena? It's the
Yes,
mid size. So
but
they're not
those are
small.
those are not the ones that I like. I like the other ones that are flying through. They're on the migration pattern. Like we'll get
Right.
some of the Canadian geese and things like that coming through.
I don't like any of them. No birds.
I kind of want to make friends with them. So I read this thing that if you make friends with crows, they will protect you from your enemies. So I really
Ooh.
want
Yes.
to test this theory out when I'm in Oregon because we have a lot of crows
Mm.
around. So they like cat food. So I have a whole plan when we go back to Oregon on how I'm going to make friends
And
with them.
they'll bring you trinkets. Like if you
Yeah,
give them
they really
food, they'll
do.
bring you something back as like a thank you.
Yeah.
So
Not a dead animal, I hope.
no, they bring you like
No.
shiny things.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm just saying, we got to
They
clarify here.
profiled us. They profiled and said they like shiny things.
Yes. Okay. I love it. Okay. Well, if I see any crows, see, don't really get the crows out here where I am. We get like a lot of hawks. And
Mm,
Yeah.
so, and then I'm like worried
that's
about my little
beautiful.
Chihuahua mix going
Oh yeah.
outside. Yeah.
Like that movie with what's his face and Sandra Bullock. Uh
Where they bird
where they
box.
pretend like they're getting married. They're in
Okay.
Alaska. They go to
Yes. Yes. The proposal.
the
Yeah,
proposal
Ryan
where the
Reynolds, isn't
little
that?
white dogs. Yes, Ryan Reynolds. That's it. Yes. And the hawk comes down and
Oh, yeah.
gets the dog.
No. Yes. I forgot about that. So funny. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Our neighbors love birds, and the wife always throws bird seed out. And in Texas, we have a huge rat problem as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Yeah.
Oh,
she was throwing out bird seed for the birds, and her husband was like, okay, well, that's attracting the rats too. So can you stop doing it? And she was like, no, the birds need it. And so she was doing it one day and threw the bird seed out, and all the little birds flew down to get the bird seed. and there was a falcon, and it just went like fast food, got
No.
one of the birds. And then from that day on, every time that she would go to feed the birds, the falcon would come and get one of the other birds. And that's what got her to stop.
Oh my gosh. That would make me stop too. I'd freak out.
Yeah.
And he was like, I didn't want anything to happen to the birds because I also like birds, but I didn't want to have to deal with the rats anymore. So it worked out.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't like birds.
So
I don't know.
Is that your scary animal?
Oh, I also don't like snakes. So I actually, it's weird. I would have nightmares about snakes all the time as a kid, like and even like early adulthood, like at least probably a couple of times a month. And I realized I don't have those dreams anymore, but I really don't like snakes. I don't walk in grass because of snakes. Like I try not to, even if it's cut, it has to be cut really short. I'm not even kidding. Like I don't want to, when my dog won't come in, I hate if I have to go walk, even with shoes on, to like peek around the corner of the house and be like, come back here, because I'm afraid there's going to be a snake.
So a few years ago, me and my friend were riding bikes, and we were out at Bonnie Wink Park, and it's like a little nature preserve type area, and we're riding around, and there was a snake, and so we're clipped in, so we have like fast pedals, and my friend unclips and then puts her legs out.
Oh my gosh.
Like a big V, because she doesn't want to get anywhere near the snake. And I'm like, but you're slowing down, so then we're all going to be, because I was behind her. I'm like, go faster.
Oh my gosh.
Clip back in and move forward.
No, one time.
Don't slow down.
So one time, Kaylee and I were walking to my mom's house, because my mom lives like, if you don't have to go just on roads, it's 0.2 miles. If you have to go on roads, it's like 0.25. And we're walking down the sidewalk, and a snake like quickly went in front of us. I was like, oh my God. And I was like, nope, can't walk to Claudia's house anymore.
So spiders are my thing.
Yes,
and
they
I
are.
can't stand spiders. And today, my boss sells RC cars. We're in this big warehouse thing out. It's kind of near LJ's house, so it's kind of out in the country. And we had sold 2 cars, and so we're trying to find a box for it. And he found a box, and he handed me the box. And he handed me the box, and it looked like a Black Widow to me. I don't know what it is. They all look horrible. But it went away, and he like was like, and he killed it. And I looked down, and I have the box, and my hands are just covered in spider webs and spider eggs. I was like, I have to go wash my hands. I was like, next time, can you clean the box off before you hand it to me? Please.
I'm sure he will now.
Yeah, I think he felt pretty bad. He was like, oh, whoops. Because they all know that I am not the spider person.
I'm the one that rescues the spiders. So in Oregon, we have like a big cast iron bathtub. Like, like the old Dan is not a fan of spiders. So he'll just kill them if he sees them. And I'm like, no. So they get stuck in the cast iron for some reason. I think it's deep enough that they can't like climb
up the sides. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they get stuck in there. So I rescue them and find a different spot for them. But if Dan knows they're in there, he'll kill them unless I specifically tell him, babe, my friend the spider is over there. I rescued him. Don't kill him if you see him.
I think there was a time, I can't remember, I think when we were all teenagers, my brother had taken a shower, and then my sister went in to go take her shower, and she was like, oh my gosh, there's a giant spider in here. My brother was like, yeah, I saw it. It's huge. And she's like, why didn't you kill it? And he's like, I'm not going near it.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't even warn her.
I was like, so you both took a shower with the spider.
Oh my gosh. I would be like, I guess I'm skipping my shower until someone gets this.
Yeah, what do you think I did?
Yeah, no. Because like I had that so out here you have to have regular sprays from an exterminator, because it, as much as this is a development, it is surrounded by country. So like we also get like coyotes, not coyotes.
We get bobcats.
We get bobcats too. What's the little, not the coyote, what's the smaller one?
Foxes?
No, what is it? Is it a coyote? No.
It's a coyote.
No, what's the bigger one? Okay, maybe it is a coyote.
Wolf?
I'm getting, it's fine. I don't know. They're not. No, that's what I think I was getting confused, because one time Kaylee and I were driving somewhere, and there was one by that park over by by our old house, and we're like, "Oh my gosh." Haley's like, "There's a yellow wolf." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it is a" no, it was a coyote. I couldn't think of the word. But anyway, but yes, I think I was getting confused. So yes, we have coyotes and stuff. So we lots of bugs. So you've got to have an exterminator. But there was one time where I went to get in the shower, and in the corner there was something that looked it had colors on it, and I was like, "Absolutely not." Like, and I'm sorry, Chris, it did not survive. I did not murder it, but someone else sure did.
Someone
It
I
did
else.
say,
not.
The
Chris, you
blood
live
is
in
not on your
Hawaii,
hands.
so I know that you have big bugs there.
Okay.
My
So yes,
in-laws, I
we
think
do.
one time they had like a centipede or a millipede come up through the drain.
Yeah. Oh, I have some horror stories. So, not a fan of the centipedes. So, there's two kinds here. There's the big red Hawaiian ones, and then
Mhm.
there's a much smaller, like they're blue green color. A centipede, I can't remember their name. The little one, I guess I haven't been, as far as I know, I haven't been bitten by one of those. Their venom is much more toxic than the red
Ooh.
I
Hawaiian
didn't
one.
know they bit.
I didn't either.
So,
New fear
they
unlocked.
do. They do. I've been bitten twice in my sleep.
Oh
Ugh.
God.
It's awful. So it's funny if you ever come to our house, when you guys come to visit, around the legs of our bed, there's this white powder. It's diatomaceous earth, and that's like it's supposed to kill any kind of creatures
Mhm,
like that. And
mhm,
so there's like little piles of this white powder around the legs of our bed, and I always pull the bed out from the wall so it's not right against the wall.
Yeah.
mhm.
When I went to work yesterday, I think yesterday, it's like 4:30 in the morning when I'm getting ready for work. I open up the toilet seat lid and look down, and there's a blue one in the in
Oh
the
no.
Oh.
toilet. Oh, I hate them so much. I will
Oh
not
my.
Yeah.
rescue them.
You were
Okay.
talking about
Yeah.
the circles around the bed, and I was like, that sounds like a salt circle like they do
I
for witches and
Oh
keeping
my
out
gosh.
evil spirits.
I mean,
Right.
right?
Multi-purpose. It's multi-purpose.
I will tell you, I don't have these. I haven't seen any in my neighborhood, but I know different parts of Texas and like my cousins down in Austin. Scorpions are something you have to watch. I think
Yeah.
we've had one. I take it back. We have had one, and I think it was like in the laundry room
Mhm.
since we moved here, and it was right after we moved here. But scorpions are a thing here.
When I was a
Yeah.
kid in Oklahoma, I grew up for like 10 years in Oklahoma, right across the border from Texas. And we went to a lake, and I had thrown my swim shorts that I took with me swimming on the top of a picnic table. And after we got done at the lake, I went and put them on. And as I put them on, two scorpions ran down my leg
Good
and stung me
God.
all the way down. And my
Oh, God.
dad had spent many years in New Mexico where they could be poisonous. And so he's freaking out. And of course,
Yeah.
we're at a lake in the
Oh
middle
my
of
gosh.
nowhere.
Right?
And
Nowhere.
so he's freaking out. We end up going to like the ranger station, and they're like, "Oh, it's fine." But yeah, that was
Gosh.
terrifying as a kid. I think it was more terrifying because my dad was panicked about it.
Freaked out. Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, dad's scared?" Like,
Oh
I guess
my
I should be
gosh.
scared.
I
Oh
know.
my gosh. Right?
Uh,
Right? Oh my. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No, thank you. So, yeah.
mhm.
Have you been doing any reading lately, Chris, or just plucking away with the writing?
I feel like I'm always writing. I'm kind of like you, LJ. I always have like 4 or 5
Mhm.
books going. I have a little cozy mystery by
Ooh.
Ellie Alexander that I'm listening to, and then I just finished uh a book. What is it called? I'll have to look it up. It's about it's a As the Romans Do. So
Ooh.
it's a um story about a guy. It's a true story. It's just his story about living in Rome and his experiences there. So
Very cool. That's
yeah, yeah. And
fun.
then I have some stuff on my Kindle. What have I been reading? I feel like I go back and forth so much on my Kindle. Like I'll start something and then I'll be like, I'm not really in the mood for this. So
Mhm.
like, yeah. So
Are you
I
more
feel
of a
that.
mood reader, or do you just
oh,
read whatever comes up on
100%.
your library hold?
No, no, mood reader 100%. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. That's
Hmm.
me too.
Yeah.
When because we did have like a month where we had like
Stretch,
back to
yeah.
back authors, and like not that I loved their books, but I'm like,
Sure.
but I'm in
It
the
feels
mood
like a
for something
homework
else.
assignment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, and
Yeah,
not that their books weren't good, but it's like, I want to read what I want to read. Now,
exactly.
now Lena's gotten me back into Throne of Glass because she's finally reading the series. And
I
so
heard
now
that.
So now I'm reading that, which, I mean, I'm not mad about it. I'm enjoying it, but I was like, "No, I'm like, "No, I need to read some fall reads. I gotta read some Agatha Christie because it's
Mhm.
Agatha-tober in my head."
Right.
And, the door just came flying open. I don't know which animal. Anyway,
Well,
but
maybe LJ, it's ghosts
it could be that.
because
It
it is
could
that
be.
time of year.
Say
Yep.
that would actually freak LJ out.
Yeah. No.
The ghost.
Okay, no,
We did.
I have s
Do you remember the
I have
haunted
s
McKinney walk we did?
yes, I do. It was traumatic. Hey, we all felt creepy things in that one house.
We went. They did like a walk through our downtown square, which is from the early 1800s,
Mhm,
and they had houses that they used to be at different locations, but they moved them all to this one
mhm,
little area
Mm,
for like a preservation society.
mhm.
And we got to tour the houses, and you could see like it looked like specters basically. Like you
really?
could see stuff and feel stuff.
And
Like
and
it
feel
I
was
like
have
it yeah, it was creepy.
You feel it. I
mhm.
have such a good ghost story for you guys
Okay,
later.
let's hear
Okay.
it.
Okay, so, when I first started working as a nurse, I started in the emergency room, and I worked in a very rural hospital,
Mhm.
small, older, and I was working night shift. I would work the 7 to 7, shift, and my lunch was usually around midnight, and that's when we would close the back hallway. So we had 3 rooms in the back hallway, small. They didn't really have, they didn't even have oxygen on the walls or anything. It was basically like our urgent care
Mhm.
patients
Mhm.
that we knew nothing serious was going on. We'd put them back there. So those were my rooms, rooms 10, 11, and 12. And when I came back from my lunch, they shut those rooms down at midnight. So my
Mhm.
lunch was at midnight. Um, I would get reassigned when I came back. So I went on my lunch. I came back down through that hallway because I was like, oh, I can't remember if I cleaned my rooms, before they shut them down.
Mhm.
And 2 of them were lights were off. Then room 10, the light was on, and there was a lady in there that she had super long I will never forget this, super long gray hair, like, abnormally long for this
Mhm.
much older woman.
Yeah.
She was wearing jeans and a white shirt, like a flowy white shirt that looked very kind of almost like homemade or something you'd see, like, in the old country, the
Mhm.
shirt, and no shoes. And I walked by the room and I was like, "Oh, that's weird. We must have gotten really busy up front that they put a patient back here because usually this is shut down." And I peeked my head in and I said, "Hey, I'll be your nurse. I got to go clock back in. I'll be right back." So I go to the nurse's station and clock in, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, what's going on with room 10?" And they're like, "What are you
Mhm.
talking about?" It's like the lady in room 10. What's going on with her? Because there's only so many computers up front, so
Yeah.
I couldn't, like,
Yeah.
log in to get her story, and they're like, "There's nobody in room 12 or 10," and I said, "Yeah, like, literally just walked here, and she was in there." And they're like, "Chris, there's nobody there." Oh, I'm getting chills just thinking about this.
Oh my gosh.
They walk back with me. Not only is the light off, nobody's in that room, and it is pristine, completely cleaned, put together.
Oh my
No one was in
gosh.
that room. Yeah.
That would be
And so
super
I was
scary.
like, I'm gonna try not to freak out, guys, but I'm not making this up. Like,
Right.
there was a woman, and they said that I just got to meet the ghost, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And they said, "Yeah, every once in a while she shows up.
Oh my
Nobody
gosh.
knows who she is, why she's there, what she's needing, but every once in a while she shows up." And
Mm.
I did not like that hallway. I never wanted to work that hallway
I
after
wouldn't
that.
Oh,
either.
that would be
Yeah,
creepy.
No.
yeah.
When
Where was
I
that at? Like,
yeah,
what state
where?
were you in?
Oregon. It was in
Okay.
Okay.
Lebanon,
Oh my
Oregon.
gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we talked about this when you were on before, Chris. I had a lot of experiences growing up because we had older homes in my family.
Oh, that's
So
right.
many things and for real, like, and even like as an adult I did. I have not had stuff in about 10 years, and I do associate that with, like, with my faith. I think, like, there's just, like, a protective thing there now,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
I mean, so many experience. I mean, I had a friend that very much is still in that stuff. She was
I
someone
don't
I knew
remember.
from elementary school, but anyway, so we had gone on a trip and she was like, "Yeah, there's something attached to you, LJ." Like, it made itself known to me, and I was like, "Oh my," like, I was like, "Okay." She's like, "No, it's a positive thing. It's not like a bad thing. It's like maybe like a protector or something." And I was like, "That's so interesting." But yeah, that was actually probably 10 years ago, a little over 10 years ago. But no, I have too many things that like that's why like I can't do supernatural scary stuff because I'm like I have experiences that I'm like it
That you
wasn't
can't
a dream.
explain.
You can't
Yeah.
explain. I was a child, yes, but there were other people there. Like my great-grandmother like knew. Like and then other people in my family. Like my mom won't talk about stuff, but I know stuff happened in the house where most of the stuff that I remember feeling or knowing or whatever. My mom lived there for 3 years, and I know something happened that she will not talk about when someone was trying to break in the house. She will not talk about any of that, but my family, we've all had crazy stuff, but I'm like, I'm so glad I don't have
Wow.
them anymore because, I mean,
Yeah.
even, like, after I knew Leyna, like, I remember Courtney's house.
Mm.
We went
The
upstairs,
rocking chair upstairs.
and you c yes, and you could feel, like, the vibe was different. She's like, "I swear that room is haunted," and we're, like, up there, and we're like, I think everyone felt it. Like, we're a bunch of adults,
Yeah.
like, in our 30s,
Right.
and
Right. Right.
we're like,
Not
"No,
like
we."
easily influenced by the
Right,
people around you. Right. Yeah.
right. Now there was wine involved, I will say that. But that thing when we went downtown McKinney, I remember that one house, and it was like if we
Mhm.
put our phones on and just had the camera open, you would see the things, like, flying across the room, and
Wow.
that one
It was
room,
really creepy.
it was so creepy, and that one
Yeah.
room when we went into and we're like you could, like, almost feel like the room did not want you in there. Do you remember that?
Mm.
Kind of.
Okay, because
You have a better memory for that.
Pamela and I were so freaked out by that, like, 'cause we're like, "Did you feel that?" "Yes." "Did you feel that?" "Yes."
Have either of you ever done like a
Gosh.
tarot reading or like a psychic reading type thing?
I do not mess
I've
with
done
that.
both.
You've done
I've done
both?
both. So I've done 2 or 3 psychic readings that I thought were really interesting, and I think that it's not scary at all. I know LJ, like, you might like,
Well,
I promise, it's not creepy or scary or anything.
here is the thing, is because I think I was too open to like, I think I didn't know how to cut
I
it off.
gotcha.
So then to
Yes.
me, I'm like, I don't wanna reopen it because I do think I'm an
Sure.
intuitive person for that.
Yeah.
I think there are people that will never notice a thing. And then I think
Yeah.
there's some that were just more sensitive to that stuff.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
since I got it to go away, because I would pray all the time, like, I want this to go
Yeah.
away. I was afraid of mirrors. I still get nervous in reflections. I don't want to see
Yeah.
anything that might be behind me because I've seen stuff in reflections before. I'm like, I don't want to do it. But yes, I
Like,
know it
Yeah.
could be a
did
good
you ever
fun.
say Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody
Oh,
Mary?
yes, of course we
Oh,
did. Of course we did. Yes, we did. And I freaked
yeah.
out and nothing happened. But yeah, so I get it. Like I know Lena's gone a few times, but I want to hear y'all's stories because I know it can be a very fun thing. For me, it's just a very
Yeah.
like I just can't. I just am not after feeling like I was haunted for
Mhm.
a lot of my life, I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. So
LJ,
y'all
I
go.
think that makes so much sense, though. I really do. I like the fact that it's there and it's
Yes.
out there, but also that you're sensitive enough that you need to have that
Mhm.
boundary.
Boundary, yeah.
Yes. Or else I'll
No, I
never
think
sleep
that's
again,
so
you
smart.
guys.
Well, it was funny because we had been talking about reading Melissa's book and how I was like, "Oh, it didn't really bother me." And then
Mhm.
I started thinking about it and I'm like, "I've been reading it the last couple of nights before bed, and I've been having trouble sleeping the last couple of nights."
Oh,
And I've been putting it
uh,
I was like, "Oh, my husband's out of town, so it's probably just like he's
Yeah.
out of
oh,
town." But
yeah,
then I'm like, could it
sure.
be that he's out of town and I'm reading a book about ghosts right before
Possibly.
bed? But
Yeah. All right, but Chris, you were
so
gonna tell
what did
us.
your
Yeah.
psychic readings? I've never done a psychic reading.
The first one I did, I thought it was really interesting because the lady, you know that picture you have of like the crystal ball and the lady and
Mhm.
the like
Mhm.
scarves and whatever. Um,
Right, I think of Miss
that's kind
Cleo.
of what.
Oh yeah, Miss
Yes, like Miss
Cleo.
Leia, kind of. Yes. So she kind of reminded me of that a little bit. And I feel like she was probably the most accurate, even though I didn't believe in it at all. Like
Mhm.
all
Mhm.
the stuff she was saying is like, no, no, I don't know. No, that no. And then afterwards I was like, oh, she meant like when she was saying, I'm seeing a rose, my grandmother Rose, maybe. Like,
Yeah.
I did not connect any of those
Connect
dots, and then
everything.
after I was like, "Oh my gosh, everything she said was right."
Oh my gosh, that's so
Um,
funny.
yeah. Yeah. And then the other two were with the same person, Denise Coral. They have a podcast too, called Enlightened Empaths. And it was really interesting. She just kind of brought forth like just some intuitive like answers to questions I had. That and I don't know. I don't know how it all works, right? Is it just that she's a very wise person and has good advice? Is she channeling something from somewhere else that is like passing on the advice? I don't know, but it was all good advice that worked. So,
That's cool. Yeah.
yeah, it was good. Yeah. And I have had actually Leyna, Melissa Ann, who's in our book club, read my tarot cards for me once.
Oh, cool. That's fun.
Yeah. It was very fun. Yeah, that was interesting.
I had never
You've
done
had
tarot until my writing group, and they
okay,
were
nice.
all really into tarot, and I was like, I've never really heard anything about it other than it's witchcraft, right? They were like,
Yeah, absolutely.
actually. So then we started talking about like the origins of tarot cards and how there's like a lot of religious iconography, however you say that word,
I know.
pictures, a lot of religious pictures and symbology in there. And so we started talking about a lot of that and how it all came to be. And I was like, oh, so it is more, it has its roots in religion, I guess, and
Mhm,
Christianity and different things. And so we were talking about that. And then we started doing like a draw a day whenever we were starting to write and like, here's something to think about and trying to interpret what the cards were. And then I started getting just some different like decks and would play
mhm.
around with them and stuff. And then I went and did a couple of readings. I've gone twice now. And I think my biggest challenge is they'll be like, what questions do you have? And I'm like, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't really have anything. Just tell me something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think that's the hardest part is trying to think of a question to ask. But
yeah,
the questions that I have asked, and then, like you said, I can't tell if they're just really intuitive, if they can read me well, or what.
right.
And my sister had a similar experience because we both went at the same time to like different people. And she was like, the person that I had immediately picked up on like she had asked like what the year ahead held for her or something like that. And she was like, she immediately picked up on work stuff and started talking about here's the path you want to take and and my sister was like, I didn't even mention it to her, but I had been thinking about these things. So
Wow.
she was like, it was really strange that she picked up on those and
Yeah.
I hadn't even told her anything about that because it's kind
Yeah,
of like, do you believe this kind of stuff? Or, it's a
right.
fine line for
Yeah.
me, honestly. But
Yeah.
for me, it's fun. It's
Mhm,
something to play with.
mhm.
But I've
Yeah,
enjoyed
same.
doing it and learning about it and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
And I think too, it's just like another tool. So you were talking about how you do a draw a day
Mhm,
and look at that card. When I was growing up, my parents had this book that they would get from church called The Daily Bread. And each
mhm.
day it would have like a passage from the Bible and like a little couple paragraphs or something. And they
Was
would
that a
read
requirement for
that.
churches in the 80s?
I know,
I
I
feel
think
like it
so.
was.
It must have been. But I think of like oracle cards and tarot cards pretty
Mhm,
similarly. Like
mhm,
it's not Jesus focused or religious focused, but it's still the same thing where you pull that card and there's usually some sort of like something in there you can reflect on for the
mhm.
day, whatever the card is. So that's kind of how I look at it. I don't know, like I'm very optimistically skeptical or skeptically
Yeah,
optimistic about it, I guess. Yeah.
No, I
that's
think and I think even, like, my limited experience with some aspects of, like, this from growing up, like, the future is fluid, so, like, even if you're getting some sort of prediction, there's so many factors. Like, even, at least my great-grandmother's friends and even my great-grandmother, she's like, "This could be where you're headed now, but then if you can change path and,
Right.
like,
mhm.
Right.
do all of that." So yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
my
agree.
great-grandmother used to read palms and, I don't know, whichever one of these has 2, now they don't look the same. I don't know, the wrinkles, it either meant 2 kids or 2 husbands and my or 2 marriages, and my great-grandmother couldn't remember. Well, I have 2 kids, so maybe it's the 2 kids, I don't know, but now you know what? I have a lot of wrinkles there, it's not just any clear lines,
Your
so I
paths
don't
have
know.
diverged.
So I'm like, "You know what? I don't think we can tell anymore." But there were clear lines, and she would say that. And so, yeah, anyway, but
I love it.
I guess we'll see.
See, we brought it back to the supernatural and the spooky.
We did. We did.
Yep.
No, but
We did.
I do have to tell you something that this isn't exactly that, because I mean, I could tell you stories probably for hours, but in high school, I was at my school. I was in my Latin class my freshman year because my mom made me take Latin, even though I only wanted to take Spanish. And we had a substitute, and I looked up, and I had never met this person, seen a picture of this person. And I was like, that is Jonathan. That is my great grandmother's friend that I've heard about that is very much into all this stuff. And I had never met him. I had never seen a photo of him. And I knew. And he walked across the room and he's like, hello, Laura Jane. And I was just like, and it really freaked me out. Like, it freaked me out so badly.
Yeah.
And I remember calling my great grandmother afterwards. I was like, Mickey, Jonathan was there. And she's like, what? And I was like, no, I knew it was him as soon as I saw him. And he came up and said, like, introduced himself. And I don't remember what his last name was. I'm assuming he has since died, but still, like, it was so creepy. And I was like, okay, I don't want anything to do with all their stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy.
Wow.
That's the only time that's ever happened in my life. But I knew without a shadow of a doubt when I looked at him that it was him. And I was right. And it freaked me. It still freaks me out. I will never forget that moment because I swear my heart stopped. Yeah, but I never saw him again at the school. I don't even know. I never saw him again.
Sure.
Isn't that wild?
That is.
That is.
So yeah, creepy.
Wow.
There's a lot of unexplained things that happen in the world, and
I know, for real.
It's creepy. Well, I can't wait for the next
Me too.
book in the series,
Waikoloa
Warfare.
Warfare.
I am excited for it.
Me too.
Aw, thank you guys so much. And thank you for having me. This was fun.
Yes, thank you for coming back, Chris.
Yeah.
Because we love you.
Welcome. Anytime.
Yay.
We just
have so much fun together.
We don't even need to podcast.
It was so much fun.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
It was fun. We'll have to do it again for sure.
Oh, definitely.
When book 3 gets to come out.
When book 3. Yes. Deal.
It'll be so fun.
Deal.
Yes.
All
right.
Well,
we'll see you guys later.
Okay.
Bye. So thank you for listening to More Than a Book Club podcast. We are recorded and produced in McKinney, Texas.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.